calling from the Hurricane Main Show on His Hot Radio.
I just want to inspire, motivate, and inform. I really believe that God gave me this gift of rap and talk so I can motivate and uplift people that are down and out and spread the word of God and promote positivity. Because I believe positivity is the formula to winning. And that's what I do. I win. Hey, welcome to another great episode of the Hurricane Main Show right here on His Hot Radio. And happy Tuesday to ya. Everybody out there on that Tuesday grind, getting your work in, you know what I'm saying? Or people just chilling at the crib, listening to the show. I appreciate you tuning in. You know, I'm grateful for you. And wow, this past week been very busy. Actually, the past couple weeks, the whole month up to now of October has been busy for me. Put it that way, because we're just over a week away from the first annual Give Life a Chance Las Vegas event at Club His Hop. That's right, it's coming up November 3rd. I've been doing major preparation for it. I'm sure many of you have heard about the event. I'm hoping my West Coast listeners and brothers and sisters will come out and join us out there, because it's going to be a very awesome event at Club His Hop. And I've been super busy, like I said, just getting ready. Matter of fact, just yesterday, I touched base with Zackery. He's going to be there, super funny comedian. He does the greatest comedy, you know. He's flying all the way over to Club His Hop in Las Vegas from Jacksonville, Florida. That's right. That's love right there. You got big shout out to Zackery out there. And also big shout out to Rise the Artist. He'll be flying over from San Francisco, California, along with Truth. And we may have a couple other artists appearing. And we got some people from NAMI in Nevada, and right near the club, not far from Club His Hop. And we're going to have some people coming out to speak to us about mental health and depression, ways you can get help. It's going to be a totally awesome event. I'm super psyched about it. I did it one time back in May. It was a huge success. And, we just got to do something to reduce or stop this suicide. And it starts with fighting depression, because that's where a lot of it's stemming from. Pretty much all of it, really, But I'm not even going to go on. I just wanted to mention that, just let you know that I'm getting ready for the event. So I want everybody to come out and check me out. Check my Give Life a Chance page out, and just see what we got on there. A lot of neat stuff on there. You can read articles and all that good stuff. So check that out on Facebook. Give Life a Chance on Facebook. Today's show right now is the subject, though. Today's show, the Hurricane Main Show, we got two super special guests that's gonna be in the house on the show. We got Nesha Zackery. She's a digital marketing consultant, and for those of you that don't know what that is, because she had to explain it to me, she helps you with your social media businesses, online businesses, building web pages, advising, telling you ways and to create your niche and everything, just to get things rolling and grow your business online. So she's going to be coming, just sharing a little bit about what she does, and she's going to give us a little bit of advice, So be sure to stay tuned and listen out for Nesha Zackery coming up in the second segment of the show. And also, we got another special guest that's going to be performing live at the Give Life a Chance Las Vegas event at Club His Hop. That's going to be San Francisco's own Truth. He'll be on the show. We're going to feature some of his music. He's going to drop some of that wisdom on us, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be awesome. A very informative show, very motivating show. So I just want everybody to hang in there tough with me and stay motivated and positive on this grind. And we're going to go ahead now and go into some music, some Truth actually. and his hit song, My Rhetoric. And remember, you heard it right here on the Hurricane Main Show on His Hop Radio. That and then Nesha Zackery.
I was called to spit raps on beats made for traps. I'm busting caps with my Christian raps. I left the paps when the Lord taps. I was called to speak to villains when I'm chilling like a righteous civilian. In my city they were stealing and killing among the million. When I was sinning I was grinning, blood was on the linen. My Lord was on a mission from the top, dripping like a blood drop. I was called to bring the Father through hip hop. It won't last if we fall in the pit. Stop the rap game like the fast lane. The fast fame turns into the past fame. Too much rapping, they ain't never heard of me. Let the Lord search me. I was called to lead them to eternity, literally and verbally. Also with hyperbole, my judgment is a certainty. The eschatology is the enter or biology, philosophy, the prophecy. I was called to bring the Father through hip hop. My rhetoric is a cappella. I was called to bring the Father through hip hop. My rhetoric is a cappella. I was called to bring the Father through rap. My rhetoric is a cappella. I was called to bring the Father through rap. My rhetoric is a cappella. Oh Lord, you get the glory. I was called to bring the Father through rap. I was called to bring the Father through rap. Oh Lord, you get the glory. I was called to bring the Father through rap. I was called to bring the Father through hip hop. You get the glory. I was called to bring the Father through hip hop. I was called to bring the Father through hip hop. No matter what I go through, I don't stop. I was called to bring the gospel to the top. My rhetoric is a cappella, not a novella from my patella. I bring God through the scripture. His word is a living river. His word will deliver. He changed the mind of a killer behind the trigger. Come to the Lord when you hunger and thirst. The last will be first. But choose today if you serve the Lord. Live by faith and you will serve the Lord. And with this word you will serve the poor. He's the source of the sustenance. My God is loved by his providence. I will pray in his confidence. I speak the word like a prophet of the Lord. And through my prayer I profit even more. And by obedience I'm walking through the door. I was called to be a soldier to the war. It's through the Lord. I was called to bring the Father through hip hop. My rhetoric is a cappella. I was called to bring the Father through hip hop. My rhetoric is a cappella. I was called to bring the Father through rap. My rhetoric is a cappella. I was called to bring the Father through rap. My rhetoric is a cappella. I was called to bring the Father through rap. To every city on the map, to every city with a trap. All I need is a Bible and a rap. No one is my competition. The Son of God is not a religion. I'm going fishing for the souls that are sinning about my Father's business. Don't worry about the riches. I got my testimony and my witness. Forgiveness is essential. Inside you is potential. My principle is in my Bible. Basic instruction for survival. Walking with God 2 by 2. His righteousness is revenue. The wicked go astray without instruction. I was called to bring the Father with construction of production from a man that was nothing, who came from weakness. My life changed because of Jesus. I was called to bring the Lord with his sword. It's the wind that comes and goes. Holy Spirit set me on fire upon this rock. I was called to bring the Father through hip hop. I was called to bring the Father through hip hop. My rhetoric is a cappella. I was called to bring the Father through hip hop. My rhetoric is a cappella. I was called to bring the Father through rap. My rhetoric is a cappella. I was called to bring the Father through rap. My rhetoric is a cappella.
He chose me.
Man, that's what's up, Stan. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm glad we got together on this track, man. We can go ahead and uplift these people that's down and out. Cause he chose us. We lift you up.
I'm crying, I'm weary, I'm praying, I know you hear me. He chose me to lift you up.
I lift you up.
He chose me to lift you up. He chose me. He chose me to lift you up. I'm crying, I'm weary, I'm praying, I know He chose me to lift you up.
From an OG to that 1G to the OD, that's who guides me and provides me positivity. Though I hit many walls up in these streets, but my head made mistakes, made a better me. Got these words from above, so now I can see that if I work hard, I might get burnt. Another wrong turn, another lesson learned. They tell me I couldn't make it, but I ain't gon' listen. Hard-headed and I'm focused. I'm on a real mission to lead the following. So come and follow me as I take you to a better place, but no, not physically, but in your mind frame. Becomes the way you think, gonna set up everything. And I ain't gonna tell you wrong. So keep on keeping on. So many blessings from above that will keep me strong.
He chose me, he chose me to lift you up. He chose me, he chose me to lift you up. I'm crying, I'm weary, I'm praying, I know He chose me to lift you up.
Don't think I'm tall, don't think I'm weak, that's what they told y'all. I'm a real fighter, I'm one of God's soldiers. Don't hesitate to bust back if you roll up. Look man, I'm human, so I ain't perfect. I can hold a grudge, just like the next man. Never try to say I was a better man. Just try to do me and make it to the promised land. You see, 2 hands is better than 1 hand. So if we join hands, we gon' keep climbing and we gon' keep shining. And I'ma keep rhyming, which leads to finding faith in this thing, good timing. Lord, I ain't playing games, so if I get fame, I'ma make it rain on somebody, bring them out the pain. I know you misjudge, but they don't understand. Just keep on praying for guidance, I know that you can win. Yeah, you a champion, let's do the thing then.
I know He chose me. Da 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 da. Ooh, God chose me. Hurricane, He chose me. Yeah. He chose me, he chose me to lift you up. He chose me, he chose me to lift you up. I'm crying, I'm weary, I'm praying, I know He chose me to lift you up.
Yeah, we're back with the Hurricane Main Show on His Hot Radio, and that was myself featuring Stan B. Lackey on my song He Chose Me. I'll be performing that live at Club His Hop November 3rd. The song before that was Truth and My Rhetoric, and he's coming up later. But now, just like I promised you in the opening segment, a very, very close sister of mine, my cousin, and my cousin's wife, and my assistant with this whole Give Life a Chance movement, Miss Shanisha Zackery. Is Nesha, that's what we call her though, Nesha. What's up, Nesha? Say hi to everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you on the show. You've always been behind the scenes with this Give Life a Chance movement, making it the success that it's been, and I just want to thank you right here on the air for the things that you're doing, especially for this Las Vegas event. God, it's been hectic. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been tough. And how have you been? How you been doing? You been staying busy?
Of course. Things are actually taking off right now, so I've got my hands in all kinds of baskets and just trying to keep everything going smoothly.
That's right. I'm going to stop you right there because I should have announced you a little bit better because, see, everybody, she's not just on here because she assists me with the Give Life a Chance thing. That's just a 5% of what this young lady right here does. She's also the CEO of the System Shop and founder of Permission to Lead Media. So she's very multifaceted, multi-talented, and she's a woman, just like with these times that we're in now. You see all the women stepping up and doing so many things, taking leadership roles, inspiring others and motivating. She's a part of this whole spectrum. And, that's why it's so important for you to be on this show, Nesha, to inspire young ladies out there and young men. So hats off to you for what you're doing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So clear us up though, because people like me, a little slow and everything, So I want to make all the listeners clear on what you exactly do or what service you provide. Can you run us down?
So what I do is I help people, basically, like I like to say, is bring organization to their chaos. So when it comes to the System Shop, what I do is I help people put business systems in place to make their business run more efficiently so that they can stop leaving money on the table and get more time back. So I do that through helping them, put systems in place for their marketing, making sure that they have the right scheduling systems in place, helping them find leads so that they can get more money into their business, and then help them set up the right financial systems on the backside so that they, do the right thing with the money once it comes in.
Pretty much just teaching people the ways to go about making money on social media today, I guess.
Right, that's a big part of it.
Yeah, because you were telling me about a lot of books that you've read, on this, and a lot of it's like as far as web design and things like that, how you can niches and things like that, I guess, sending people in the right direction. That's really good, because in this day and time, especially, because I know I need guidance on that, and you've been a great help to me on that. What do you mainly do? I mean, do you pretty much do consultations, or how do you contact your people? How do you work that?
I find a lot of people through networking, whether it's on social media or through offline events. But once I get them, talking, we figure out what their big vision for their business is, and then we figure out the best plan of action, which a lot of times is creating sales funnels, which is basically how you get people into your arena so that they know you, like you, trust you, that kind of thing. And then from there, we take them through your sales process and help them, get to know you better and get to experience your products. And then, if you really resonate with them, then it makes it easier for them to buy from you. And so I just try to make it as easy as possible for people to get to know you and then buy from you.
Really? I just hearing you say that makes me want to pick your brain a little while I got you here, because see, we can get some helpful information out there right now, while we got a professional. That's what I like to do right here on the Hurricane Main Show, is get the professionals rather than people hearing it from me, because I don't know how to do everything, so I want to ask you, how important is it because I always hear that it's important to collect email addresses. How important is something like that to developing a company on social media?
I think email addresses are probably the number one thing that you should be going for, because you can build a following on social media, and that's all well and good. But if something happens to social media, if you violate any of the terms of service, you don't own that information. So you can lose all your following if Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, any of them decide to shut your account down for any little violation that they deem that you've created. You lose all of that tribe. So if you don't have your own email list, that's people that you control. So those are, your leads. You own that information. So building your email list is critical to really doing your business.
Now, I know a lot of people don't like giving out their emails because of excessive spam and different stuff like that. How often do you recommend connecting with your email contacts?
I would say minimum once a week. There are some people that say, when you're first starting out, connect every single day so they get used to opening emails from you. And I think there is some truth to that, but only if you're adding value. If you're just, spamming them, which is like sending them marketing after marketing after marketing, it's not going to build a relationship with them. And that's the whole point of the email list, is to create a relationship so people can trust you and want to buy from you, not for you to shove your product down people's throats.
That's right. That's right. You don't want to aggravate somebody, then they really don't want to deal with you. Then you get blocked.
Exactly. Exactly.
All that good stuff. I mean, that's awesome. Just hearing your expertise. You got that tech talk thing going on. And I know it's still a lot coming at people right now. We don't have a long show, but I like for people to know how to get in contact with you. But I'm going to ask you that after I ask you, how'd you get into stuff like this? What drove you? I mean, was it in you growing up? You just always wanted to motivate people? Because that's how I look at it. You're motivating people to feel more confident in their business, by knowing they got a great program built.
Yeah, and what I've done is, like, from the time I graduated high school, I've been behind the scenes in people's businesses. My first job right out of high school was in a law office, and I used law offices and medical practices to put myself, through college, and give myself something to do. And I've taken all of that experience that I've had, and now I'm helping people in my own business capacity. So it's just something that I've always done, and I never looked at it as motivating people until I started my own business.
Right.
And once I did, I began to see that, a lot of the people have blocks against, doing certain things because of, things that have happened to them.
Yeah.
And so I try to help them, remove mind blocks.
Yeah,
is what I like.
Yeah, and that's why I related to motivating, because in my racing career, it was always confidence was in knowing. Confidence in knowing that, hey, I got a good plan now. Nesha guided me in the right direction and helped me build a web page, which you do. You do build web pages, people. Keep that in mind when she gives you the links. And that's confidence. Confidence is in knowing. So that's so important. That's why I relate it to motivating. I see all the positive posts that you put on Facebook, and you're Shanisha Zackery on Facebook, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's right. So remember that too, people. But I'll share links on the Hurricane main page. But that's very important, though. It's very important. And you know what? Like I said, there's a lot of information that can be gained from being in contact with yourself. So I want to invite you to come back on the show from time to time and just maybe do short segments on just giving tips, like the tip for the day or something like that, or for the week, if you don't mind.
Okay.
I like to open an invitation. And all
right, well, thank you. I'm there.
Yeah. And hopefully I can get you on stage out there November 3rd in Las Vegas to maybe say a few things. Get you on this motivation.
Now you put me on the spot.
Yeah, that's right. But we got to get you to get out and let people know more about what you do, Did you have any special shout outs or anything that you want to give, or special info or special words of advice you'd like to give to young entrepreneurs out there, upstarters?
Yeah, for me, the big message that I like to give people is, give yourself permission. With my Permission to Leap audience, I always tell them, the first thing that you have to do is give yourself permission. When Peter stepped out of the boat, it was because he decided. There were a bunch of people in that boat with him, and he was the only one that made the decision to trust God and step out of the boat. And that's the whole basis of Permission to Leap. It's like you have to leap before you look. If you start looking around at everyone around you, then, you can get really distracted. But if you just keep, moving forward and focus on what God has called you to do, then that makes all the difference.
Oh, God, that's so well said. I like that, Permission to Leap. And that is so well. I like the name. I like the whole concept you just broke down, because that's so important. Because if we stop and think too much, we start discouraging ourselves, and all of us fall in the trap of thinking, well, if I do it, this is going to happen and that's going to happen. You don't know. You go one step at a time, you leap one step at a time, and then the door is open.
Yep.
Yeah, and you're the CEO the system shop. I didn't get you to break that down. Can you let us know a little bit about that before we go?
So for the system shop, what I do is there's two different pieces to it. One part is a teaching part. So like you said, knowing is about bringing confidence to people. So if I can teach people how to run the systems in their business, whether it's using programs like ClickFunnels or Acuity or setting up PayPal, and breaking it down into pieces for them and making it easy, then it's easier for them to run their business. So the one part of the system shop is all about teaching. And then the other part is like a done-for-you service. So for those people who know how to do all of these things or just don't want to do it, then they pay us to take care of that. So that's when we come in and we set up all of their integrations. We set up their landing pages, their websites, all of that stuff, so that they can focus on what it is that they're supposed to be focusing on in their business.
Awesome. So where can people go to find you or get consultations?
So you can go to thesystemshop.com on the web, or you can go find us on Facebook. We are a System Shop, is our business page on Facebook. The page itself is Nesha Zackery, which is my first name shortened. But that's where I am.
Okay. So if someone wants to get advice, they go to one of those pages. Like if someone just wants to find out more and see if you have something that can help them, and talk more direct with you.
Right. Facebook is usually the best place. You can send me a message on my Facebook page, and I usually answer, within an hour or so. There are like chat bots that will help you as much as they can on my page, but for the most part, I answer within an hour. And if you have questions, there's a link there to do consultations and all of that from my Facebook page.
Okay. All right. That sounds good. And keep sending those links to me and keep posting those great messages on Give Life a Chance page too on Facebook. We'll post all your information on there as well. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. I know you're a busy lady, and I wish we had a longer show so we could chop it up more. But, like I said, I want to invite you to come back on the show, and we'll just put little snippets on there, you saying things, and we'll get people more familiar with you over time. Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Thank you so much for having me. All
right. Thanks for coming on, and big shout out to cousin Keith out there too, and Christopher, all the kids. Big shout out to all of them. Tell them cousin Maine said hey.
All right, will do.
Okay then, sister. I appreciate you. And we're going to go back into some music right now. And then we're going to come back with Truth on the Hurricane Maine Show on His Hot Radio. So keep it locked.
This is Nesha Zackery, and you're listening to the Hurricane Maine Show on His Hot Radio. Be sure to check out our next issue of Permission to Leap magazine, dropping October 23rd on our Facebook page. This issue is all about taking the mask off.
How does one acquire greatness? A question that's been asked throughout history. But in order to answer that question, first, you have to define what greatness is according to you. You see, greatness to some people is that big promotion on their job, or being respected in their community, or owning their own business. Or greatness to some people is just being a great father, a great mother, a great sister, brother, auntie, uncle, so on and so forth. But no matter what greatness is to you, it all should start with a foundation that's God-driven, that's God-based, because this will open up a part of you from within that will attract the results and the people in your life that you need to acquire the greatness. Once this is established, you build onto your foundation one step at a time. You set small goals and you accomplish those goals, or if you fail, don't use failure as an excuse to give up. Wipe off your scrapes and bandage it up and get up and fight again. Learn from every time you fail, and then keep growing and accomplishing one goal at a time.
I want to encourage you that no matter what you're going through, what you have been through, or what it looks like, God has the master plan for your life. and he can turn your worst days into your best days. He will give you beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, and the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness. God will move you from pain to purpose. So you be encouraged on today. From pain to purpose, been through some tough times, but never stop letting the light of Jesus shine. I'm determined to pass through these tests and trials. I'm focused on my destiny and what God has for me. Been through the valley, been through the fire, been to the mountain, walked through the flood, but through it all, I'm standing stronger. God was there all along. Been through the valley, been through the fire, been to the mountain, walked through the flood, but through it all, he carried me, and now I'm finally free. Oh, pain to purpose. I'm going from pain to purpose. Oh, pain to purpose. I'm going from pain to purpose.
LA, let's get it. Making boss moves. There was his ticket, till I got the call. I thought I lost it all. A mama broken hearted, a family feeling lost. Having faith, you see, we put our trust in God. We got deep, long live the boss. He's got his angel wings and a fresh start. From pain to purpose, I got a new heart.
I'm determined. From pain to purpose, focused on destiny. I survived it all. I survived it all. From pain to purpose, walking in victory. Been through the valley, been through the fire, been to the mountain, walked through the flood, but through it all, I'm standing stronger. God was there all along. Been through the valley, been through the fire, been to the mountain, walked through the flood, but through it all, he carried me, and now I'm finally free. Oh, pain to purpose. I'm going from pain to purpose. Oh, pain to purpose. I'm going from pain to purpose. Survived it all. Survived it all. Survived it all to tell the story. Tell the story. Survived it all. I survived it all. From pain to purpose, walking in victory.
Been through the valley, been through the fire, been to the mountain, walked through the flood, but through it all, I'm standing stronger.
And God was there all along.
Been through the valley, been through the fire, been to the mountain, walked through the flood, but through it all, I'm standing stronger.
Oh, pain to purpose. I'm going from pain to purpose.
my bread. I'm about my dough. I need my bread. I'm about my dough. Need my bread. I'm about my dough. I need my bread. I'm about my dough.
You can say I'm about that dough, cause Christ that bread. So I'ma keep on stacking, homie, until I'm dead. And I don't need no bank, my blessings straight. You put your trust in safes, I put my hope in faith. So I could be broke, just like chains, but still paid. Yeah, I'm ballin', boy, you fallin', boy. For that paper facade, I got that real McCoy. You need to let that go and get this real dough. Repent, accept and seek him, don't get high when you're low. Turn to him, you'll never thirst or be hungry again. He's the bread of life, and plus he's our savior and friend. You could always count on him, you ain't gotta pretend. You can't lose, it's guaranteed, so that's a win-win. You got $1 million, but can't take it with you in the end. People be filthy rich, but your soul's busted. Some people struggle, but have everything because they trust him.
I need my bread. I'm about my dough. 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 I need that true bread. Come get fed. The bread of life, he's a life giver. The bread of life, he's a life giver. The bread of life, he's a life giver. I need my bread. I'm about my dough. That bloody red, washed up by the blood of Christ. He redeems my soul. The bread of life, the words of Christ. I eat it up. I overcome. I don't run. I beat it up. I'm about my dough like a pizzeria. My Bible study fills me like a cafeteria. The way to life, no galleria. A narrow path is an arrow's path to a bloodbath. Just do the math. You've been given grace with nothing to add. I need my bread. He's a life giver. Came from heaven and died for the sinner. He's a life giver. 3 days later, alive again. Who you know that would die for sinful men? There's power in the name of the Lord. Ain't no power greater than the Lord's. He's the tower you should come toward. To his feet I run toward. He's that true bread, come get fed. He gave his life so you will never hunger. The bread of life, I need my bread. I'm about my dough. 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 I need that true bread. Come get fed. The bread of life, he's a life giver. The bread of life, he's a life giver. The bread of life, he's a life giver. Verily, verily, I say unto you, ye seek me, not because ye saw the miracles, but because ye did eat of the loaves and were filled. Labor not for the meat which perisheth, but for that meat which endureth unto everlasting life, which the Son of Man shall give unto you. For him hath God the Father sealed. This is the work of God, that ye believe on him whom he has sent. The bread of life. I need my bread. I'm about my dough. 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 I need that true bread. Come get fed. The bread of life, he's a life giver. The bread of life, he's a life giver. The bread of life, he's a life giver.
Back the Hurricane Main Show on His Hop Radio. And just like I promised you last week, and I promised you in the opening segment of the show, we got a special guest. Got the West Coast back in the house once again. We got an artist formerly known as Demosthenes 3, and now he goes by Truth. Truth, tell everybody what's up.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah, man. I'm glad to have you on the show, brother. And wow, it's so awesome to have you on here again. You were on here a little while back talking about you and Rise the Artist's song About My Dough. You know that, so I've been playing that, and people been really digging that, man. They really have. What have you been? I
appreciate that.
Yeah. What's been going on over there on the West Coast? I know I can tell you over here we've been getting hurricanes, and I ain't talking about myself, you know. We've been getting hit pretty hard over this way. Everything going good over your way?
Man, I heard about what's going on over there, but for the most part, in California, we got some really nice weather going on right now. Nothing major. There was a few fires like last month, but
I hear
like this is like a fire season.
Yeah, wow. Y'all have a season for fire. Y'all listeners hear that? All y'all talking about moving to the West Coast, you got to get used to that element right there. Fire, we don't have firestorms. So, wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's good you're doing good, and you working on music and everything and doing your thing. And I want to announce to everybody that Truth is going to be performing November 3rd at Club His Hop at the Give Life a Chance Las Vegas event, So I'm happy about that too. That's awesome.
Right, I'm elated, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be so awesome. We got comedian Osric Cooley flying in from Jacksonville, Florida, and yours truly, the hurricane, going to hit the West Coast, give y'all a taste of a hurricane. So it's going to be going to be awesome, man. I wanted to ask you a little bit about your music. What have you been working on? What's been going on with you on the music end of things,
Some really good, some new developments. Like I had to put a few things on hold because of life, you know what I mean, family.
Yeah, right.
But I'm still on a mission, and I really got this one song that I'm really trying to let it shine. For his glory is what it's called.
Okay.
Got it mixed down. It's sort of a remix, so it's got a new beat. Mm-hmm. It's remixed and it's mastered, and I got that on the worldwide distribution. So that's circulating that way. And I'm ready to release a video. Ready to release a video for it.
What? Oh, word. Okay. I can't wait to see that. When is that coming out?
Soon. I'm ready to upload it. I got to get a couple files, and then I'll be ready to upload it. Hopefully, by the end of the week.
Oh, and, wow.
Be ready to put it up.
Yeah. Let us know about that so we can premiere it and mention it and get people to go to you. I guess you're gonna have it on YouTube.
Yep, I have it on YouTube and all the other video platforms, Vimeo, and some other Christian broadcasting that I'm trying to reach out to and hopefully get some plays.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. I mean, I want to let the listeners know though that this brother right here is a deep brother. You need to check his music out. I've been playing that About My Dough like on every episode for the last several months, but he's also got a song called Rhetoric, and I just got done listening to My Rock. We're gonna play that music and everything, and because I just want everybody to vibe off where you're coming from. That's why I didn't play any of your music leading into this segment, this interview right here. I'm gonna play it after this so they can really know how to listen. Now let me ask you a question though, so people can get a better vibe or how to receive your music. Where are you coming from with your music? What was your inspiration behind your music? And if you have a particular song that has a story behind it, you can run into that.
Yeah, I mean, since my life had changed, my whole mission is to please God and to worship Him. So when I write and when I create music, for the mostly and about 95% of the time, it's just to worship Him. It's to
right. Word. Yeah, that's right. Nothing wrong with that. So that's where you're coming from. The God within you just bringing those words to you to put on paper, because you get you're laying it down, man. I'm really proud of you for putting music out like that, because it's the time that we need some kind of uplifting music that leads us in the right direction. That's why I'm doing the Give Life a Chance thing, just letting people know this is not a catchphrase. This is a movement or call to action, So all of us in this type of music, this motivational rap music that we're doing, that's what it's about. It's about letting people know, hey, you only live one time, so let's do this thing right, and
That's right.
Yeah. And that's good, brother. I mean, you got the music pumping and everything. You got the single coming out, and that's pretty heavy right there. So we got to make sure we get you to perform that His Glory on November 3rd. I want everybody,
Absolutely,
all the West Coast listeners, you got to come out there and support us at Club His Hop. Seriously, when I called you, Truth, about doing the event, and I asked Rise this last week, and when I called you about it, what inspired you to really want to do this? I know you didn't just jump up and say, hey, yeah, sure, another show, yeah, let me go. I mean, this Give Life a Chance is about bringing awareness to suicide and depression. I mean, was there something in life that made you say, hey, this is something I need to get on? Somebody in my family has done this, or I've suffered from depression, or, I mean, what makes you want to take part in something like this?
I think that it's a very important topic to be a part of. It's a problem in America, and it's something that it doesn't necessarily hit home for me, but I know people that have dealt with depression and have dealt with family members that committed suicide. So, it's something that's very real. And me being, a person that, that's in touch with reality and in touch with the truth and seeking the truth, this is something that's true. That's true in life and in reality. And I definitely want to be a part of it, because if it's something to help another brother or another sister, I want to be a part of that.
Right.
To share awareness, to educate about the situation. I definitely want to be a part of it and do what I can, use my hands and feed my mind, just to better it, to further the movement.
That's
so
awesome.
It was definitely an opportunity for me to be a part of something that's big, that means something, that has meaning.
Yeah, and show people that what your name Truth is about. Because that shows the way you talk, the wisdom you're talking with shows it fits your name, because I was wondering, God, I like that Demosthenes 3, I was like, God, why did he go to Truth, But then I'm thinking, and I'm listening to your music before we started this interview, I'm like, okay, Truth, that's growing on me, okay. I still slip up though, brother. I admit now on the show.
No, it's all good.
I slipped up a few times and said Demosthenes because it just rolls off my tongue now. You remember?
Yeah, that's what that's what you formerly know me as.
Yeah, because you remember you had to help me pronounce it at first. you said Demosthenes, and then I was like, then now it's grown on me. So that's awesome. But now Truth. That's the new vibe right there. That's the new flow. And sounds like you're a good sounds like you're a good multitasker too. Sounds like you're babysitting too.
Yeah, that's like an everyday thing. You know what I mean? And that's something that helps you grow. When you're dealing with family and especially children, you got to build patience and self-control.
Right.
Definitely multitasking.
Right. How many kids you got?
I got 3.
Do you?
I got 3 young ones. Yeah, they're young. I got a 9-year-old, 6-year-old, and a 1-year-old.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Almost like some stair steps,
Yeah.
That's cool. That is cool, brother. We don't have a lot of time, but I just wanted people to hear a little bit from you and everything. And I want to save time to play more of your music and all, because we're just gonna play Truth like back to back, and we're gonna start it out with that His Glory. But before we go into that, I want you to just tell people how they can get His glory and your other music, or how they can get in contact with you and learn more about truth on social media.
Absolutely. I just want to, before we sign out, I want to thank you, Hurricane, once again for opening the door, giving me the opportunity to showcase myself and what I do. I go by truth. I go by truth because God has called me to speak the truth, to speak His wisdom and His truth. I'm a student. I'm a student of Christ. I'm a student of life. You can find my music on all the digital outlets right now, like Apple Music, CD Baby, Amazon, Google Play, and etc. All those platforms like that.
All right. And we need to put some links on that His Hop radio network page, so you make sure I got links. But like I said, I've been pumping your music and everything. I think we just befriended each other on Facebook. So now I can see what you're posting and I can share it. Because you see, like you said about the opportunity, the thing is with me, I'm selective about people that I try to support. And the reason for that is I want to support people that are real to what they do. And that really believe in what they do. Like you got 3 kids, you got a lot to live for. And you have to, sometimes you may go through slumps in life because we're normal people. The listeners out there, sometimes some of them, they don't realize that we got this platform that we have, but at the same time, at the end of the day, we're dads. We're dads. Right. We're sons of God, and we're normal people, and we're just trying to use our vessel to get other people to go out and pay it forward. Each one teach one. So this is what I hope you'll do down the line. You'll think about me doing something for you as you're doing something for me too. You provide me with great music, great interviews, and someone that's real. And that's why I wanted you on my showcase. And that's the real story behind it, brother. That's why I wanted you over there.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. And we're going to keep this thing going. We're going to keep it flowing. And,
absolutely.
And I look forward to seeing you out in Vegas. And, man, it's going to be a blast. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be really good.
I'm a little nervous about my plane trip because I've never flown before.
Oh wow!
That's right. I raced all this BMX over all these years and never flown. We put it to the pavement. So I didn't know which airline. It's a funny story I'll tell before we go into your music. I didn't know which airline to pick because I'm just not familiar with it. So hey, I picked the cheapest one. And it was Spirit Airlines. And every time I say I pick Spirit Airlines, everyone says, "Oh no." They say that. And so my brother, he's always giving me a hard time. My younger brother, he's like, "Oh God, you riding Spirit Airline? Oh God, I can see it now. When y'all have it turbulence, the pilot's just gonna." You're gonna look out of the window and the pilot's gonna parachute out of the plane. He's gonna be like, he's gonna bail out, like, oh God. So I hope that happen,
Yeah, you'll be all right, brother, because flying is probably it's like the safest way to travel. I think there's more accidents on the road than in the air. I mean, it do happen, but I think you're pretty safe.
You know what? I already been through the stats, dude. I've been checking the stats on that since I knew this trip was coming up. I've been checking stats. You can call me the stats man. So you're right.
Man.
Yes, right. The accidents do happen more often on the road. So it will be okay. I'm more concerned about just sitting too close to people. That's what I'm saying. So we shall see. The hurricane's coming to the West Coast.
Yes, looking
forward
to it.
All right then, brother. Look, I appreciate you taking time out. I know you're multitasking, handling bottles, diapers, or whatever you're handling right there. You're awesome for doing it, and that's so dope. That's even more inspiring right there. That needs to inspire more of these dads out here. You know, I might get you back on a Father's Day edition of the show.
Yeah, please do. I got some stories to tell.
Oh, yeah. I like stories on the show. That'll work, bro. Okay. With no further ado, though, I'm going to thank you one more time for coming on, brother. I appreciate you. Just stay on the line, though. I'm going to talk to you as this music comes in, and we're going to go right into His Glory. But before I play that, I just want to close this episode of the Hurricane Main Show out. I want to thank everyone for tuning in and just let you know I'll be inside of your device next week with Ozric Cooley as my special guest on the show. Until then, thank you and God bless.
If you can see His glory, then you can see His reign. If you can see His glory, then you can see His reign. Let me tell you about His glory. Let me tell you about His reign. Almighty is His name. Almighty is His name. If you can see His glory, then you can see His reign. If you can see His glory, then you can see His reign. Let me tell you about His glory. Let me tell you about His reign. Almighty is His name. Almighty is His name. Oh, sing to the Lord, all in the earth. Let me tell you about His glory. That's all in the earth. Almighty is His name. Salvation is the plan. It will bring you to repentance by the Son of Man. It's the glory of the Lord, the glory of His word. Creator of the heavens, land and sea. You can see His work if your eyes can see. His handiwork is evident. His whole presence is president. His love is truly provident. Salvation is always prominent. By Jesus Christ, all confidence. By Jesus Christ, my confidant. It's time for intercession, so you can enter blessings. Praise the King, the bread of life, the light of life for every life. His sacrifice for eternal life. Fear the Lord and gain wisdom. Give Him honor, give Him praise, just with all His strength. Patient with the sinner, His graces will deliver. Father is His name, Almighty is His ways. If you can see His glory, then you can see His reign. If you can see His glory, then you can see His reign. Let me tell you about His glory. Let me tell you about His reign. Almighty is His name. Almighty is His name. If you can see His glory, then you can see His reign. If you can see His glory, then you can see His reign. Let me tell you about His glory. Let me tell you about His reign. Almighty is His name. Almighty is His name. Every idol is a false god, but the Lord made the heavens. With majesty, the kingdom is the leaven inside, my brethren. Keep on giving to the Lord glory and strength, and He will break your strongholds with glory and strength. Bless His holy name when you come into His courts. He will judge the world with righteousness and the people with truth. I'm a preacher to the heathen, He will put me to use. Let me tell you about His glory. I'll talk about His reign. I'm made in His image to go through a scrimmage. Christ is my quarterback, I'm the running back to advance the body of Christ. Me and my fullbacks. In the world I'm a fool, but I'm a fool for Christ. I lose my life and find my life in His glory. The Christ inside me has made me a new creation. I cry it to the nation for information of salvation. There is no damnation if you stand on the Lord's foundation. If you can see His glory, then you can see His reign. If you can see His glory, then you can see His reign. Let me tell you about His glory. Let me tell you about His reign. Almighty is His name.